Hey guys, this is Mr. O'Brien here, and this is your science help video. Now, these series of videos are kind of just designed to help you at different types of science topics. Now, we cover biology, chemistry, and all sorts of science-related topics. Now, this video is going to focus on acids, bases, and pHs, or the pH of things. So when we talk about acids and bases, we're talking about, the acidity of something, or the pH scale. Now, a lot of times we think about different foods as acidic, such as grapes, lemons. Even our stomach acid is very, very acidic to break down the foods. But we don't often think about the basic types of things like eggs, baking soda, ammonia, bleach. Now, a strong acid is just as dangerous as a strong base. So, what we're talking about when we're talking about pHs, or the acidity of something, is we're talking about the amount of hydrogen and hydroxide ions present in a solution. So when water breaks down, which is H2O, it breaks into two molecules, okay? The first molecule is hydrogen ions. Now, hydrogen ions, the more H pluses we have in something, the more acidic it is, okay? Now, it could also break down into OH minus, and these are hydroxide ions. Now, hydroxide ions, okay, they make something more basic. So, an acid is pretty much an acidic solution has an increased number of H plus or hydrogen ions in a solution, okay? So in other words, they have more hydrogen ions than hydroxide, more H plus than OH minus. Now, bases are a solution that has more OH minus or hydroxide ions than hydrogen ions, okay? So again, acids definitely have more H plus ions, okay? Hydrogen ions. Bases, hydroxide ions, okay? And that's when water is dissociated. Now, when we talk about pH, pH is just something that expresses the acidity of the solution. So, pH is or the pH scale is used to measure, again, in a range. So acidity ranges from 0 to 14. Okay, 0 being acidic, okay, all the way up to 7. Now once you get past 7, all the way up to 14, those are our basic solutions. Okay, so again, neutral is 7, that's something like pure water, and 7 to 0 are acidic, okay? From 7 to 14 are basic solutions, or bases. So, when we talk about something that is neutral, a neutral solution is something like pure water, okay? Now, pure water has an equal amount of hydrogen ions and hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions. So equal amount of H plus and OH minus. So in other words, there's no preference to basic or acidic. That would be something like distilled water or pure water, okay? Pure H2O, okay? That is a neutral solution, and and the pH of that is 7. Now, acids are anything below 7. So in an acidic solution, the lower the number gets, the more acidic it is. Okay? So in other words, something that is 0 is much more acidic than something that is 6. So for the example they have here, they have gastric acids. Well, let's do something lemon juice. Lemon juice has a pH of 2, whereas black coffee has a pH of 5. You can see lemon juice much more acidic than black coffee. Now bases are anything that is above 7, okay? So the higher the number, the more basic the solution is. So the big one we have here is bleach. Bleach is extremely basic. Now, something that is slightly basic is something like seawater. Now you'll notice here that seawater and urine are both liquids. Okay, one is more acidic, one is more basic. So again, liquids can range in this pH, okay, or water-based things. So let's talk about the strength of the pH scale. Each full step on the scale represents 10-fold change of acidity. So what that means is if I go from 3 to 4, okay, or I'm sorry, if I go from 4 to 3, since we're going down, okay, 3 is 10 times more acidic than 4. So each step that you move down is 10 times more acidic. So, for example, if I'm going from 7 to, let's just say, 4, so that's 1, 2, 3 steps. That means that 4 is 100 times, actually 1,000 times more acidic. Okay, 10, 100, 1,000 more acidic than 7. So each time you go down, it's a multiple of 10, and you keep multiplying to get that strength. So something, obviously, the more steps you go down, the much more acidic it gets. It's 10 times more each step you go down. Now, last thing we want to talk about is buffers. Now, buffers are natural things in the body that prevent large shifts in pH. So, for example, your normal pH in your body is anywhere from 7.35 to 7.45. Now, if we don't have any buffers in our body, when we drink something acidic like coffee, our pH could go to a dangerous level called acidosis. Okay, so what happens is we have these things called buffers, which prevent this this wide swing of pH. So in our body, we have a bunch of different chemicals. They're called buffers, and if we drink something acidic or something basic, it doesn't throw our whole system out of whack. It kind of allows the shift to occur a lot slower. So that's your video on acids, bases, and pH. Hopefully this video helps you in understanding this topic. This is Mr. O'Brien, signing off.